Welcome back to some professional StarCraft 2. Best-of-5, Terran versus Protoss, ITAX, Into the Clan Alpha X Super Series match. I'm excited to introduce to you my asterisk new favorite Protoss. At least right now, he's earning that title. Put your likes and subscribes together for Dragon Phoenix Gaming's herO. Now, we've seen Protoss versus Zerg where he's revolutionizing the gateway meta with his mass unit, mass forge style. But this time he's up against a Terran. Now, one of your... Essentially, I think of him as kind of like what I thought a Cure. Or the level Cure was back in the day. Which is a very strong player who could beat anyone, but probably won't. He's right on the edge of breaking into that top 10, but not quite there yet. Team Envy's Bunny. Looks like herO not going to... Oh, did that probe come in from a weird angle? Did it, Bunny? So we do have the fancy new mini-map vision. Like co-op or remaster. I'm very excited for that. That actually makes my job way easier as a caster. So you don't have to like see exactly whether they're looking at and you have an idea of what they're focusing on. But herO doesn't seem like he wants to play a particularly involved macro-oriented series. He has built a gateway on the other side of the map. Which, a classic tactic. And also a Max Packs tactic. And an every Protoss at some point in their career tactic. The Reaper. Oh no, oh no. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. He's looking. Oh my god. The spot, like, the pathing is so off there because who. Oh no. I mean, would it matter? You do want to know whether it's like a Stargate or, well. God, the positioning. He just comes right in. He's holding the depot shut, but he doesn't want to risk the Stalker getting trapped. Alright, off to the races. Here we are. Adept, shades out. Stalker driven back for now. Bunny realized when he SCV scouted that there wasn't an expansion, that there was something on the map. He figured that much out. He was able to do the math. So he was able to start a bunker and retreat to the high ground where he built the expansion instead of the vulnerable low ground. So now... What? Well, he gave away the Reaper on this side. Of course, the Nexus finishing would have given it away as well. Grenade bounce. Might get a probe. Gets one. The Adept, a little late on the draw. He's Mike Ray on the other side, using the Shade. So it's going to be one of these games, eh? The Shade giving that high ground vision for the Stalkers. The SCVs pulled to repair. And here we are. He can actually target the SCVs with the Shade vision. Meanwhile, denied the expansion by the Reaper. A Cyclone on the way, a safe choice. What do we have? Blink is being produced, though. There's only... I take it back. There are two gateways. In fact, I didn't even say anything. I could have taken it back before I even started, but I was like, only one gateway. No, there's the other gate out on the map for now, at least. Adept eating some shots. Stalkers come back, and I guess we're just going to have a good old-fashioned macro game. Oh, whoa, whoa! The Reaper actually makes it into the main. Can it expect to escape? The grenade has to be perfect. Doesn't bother, so he dies. Okay. I mean, spotted the Twilight. Not a particularly surprising option, Blink. Kind of a catch-all in this matchup. A Banshee on the way. Will we go for Cloak? There is a chance that herO just doesn't make a robotics facility. Cloak could be kind of a checkmate option here. Otherwise, a Banshee not incredible against straight-up Blink Stalker. Will Shade? Will he complete it? The wall is finished, and now locked out is herO. But herO... a bit of a macro player himself. while he started out with a proxy gate. This is barely a minute later than a typical third, especially the more greedy thirds. While we've had all these shenanigans, the advanced version of the depot harass. Oh, that was a mistake. Okay, yeah, no. We're getting a little too cute right now. The Banshee is going to be spotted by a very lucky/unlucky probe. Banshee doesn't end up turning on it. A robo is done, by the way, so probably good he didn't invest in cloak. And plenty of time to react. In fact, almost loses the Banshee. It had potential, but remains unrealized. The robo kicks in, and so what does Bunny have now? Bunny? 3 racks coming up. Stim just started. Reactor on the starport. Third command center slapped down. Well, so apparently you can't hide in the corner out there. Good to know. The Banshee dies. Still a couple stalkers in the main in case there is another one. Preempting with a shield battery. That's more for drops. The gateway is still intact. Bunny feels kind of boxed into his base, especially since he went for the heavy tech. If you go for tanks, Banshees, you just don't have the bio army to deal with the blink stalkers right now. So, Bunny feeling quite contained at the moment. In fact, has 2 tanks in his main. I'm surprised, like, he just sieges up the observer in the main, which is quite obvious, but may end up working out. War Prism already in position. Charge and Blink are done, but no Forge at all for herO. Just no upgrade, sheer units. Is this going to clip? He saw this. The observer saw the medevac loadout. 100%. It was kind of near the edge, but he was watching. Oh. Well, this is awkward. Stop right there. Meanwhile, the War Prism has no such pause. Does pick up and get out. Templar Archives on the way. Wow, herO in a massive split from his Protoss versus Zerg style is just skipping upgrades as opposed to focusing on unit composition and tech. Directly to Storm. We just skip right to it. Still no Forge. Immortals being produced, so still a very gateway-heavy composition. He's going to be reliant entirely on that splash damage and just the sheer strength of units like Immortals. War Prism is recalled. I'm not sure if the recall was spotted, which may give it away. And now, Bunny decided to move forward. A scan does not spot the Templar. Storm is chrono boosting its way there. herO's army is somewhat thin compared to Bunny's. The drop is still waiting. Only a couple stalkers left on guard duty. Forge is now finally done. Okay, Templar revealed as a single Marine. Pick it up! What a save! Gets the Templar. Storm is done in now. And I think Bunny is realizing that, oh wow, a lot of splash damage, but beautiful storms! Washing all over the front line. Unfortunately, though, I don't know, does that Templar have enough energy? It does in 1 second. It's done now. Even the medevac's taking a ton of damage. The drop does manage to make its way out. Bunny holding up the third. herO not going to press the issue. The gateway! Bunny never saw the gateway. He still doesn't know where the gateway is. The drop driven back by just some Immortals and Zealots that can't chase it. It's such a perfect placement. It's just no units go there unless you intentionally send them. Kind of disgusting. I also love the Observer this deep into the base, but herO obviously didn't. He's going to now fly it into a turret, which is not ideal. The idea was good for a while, though. Robotics Bay is on the way, I believe. Yeah, he spotted the Ghost Academy with that. So he understands that the Templar archives and the Templar that come out of it are not the most stable units when faced with half a dozen EMPs. Can't believe this gateway stuff. It upsets me. Disgusting. Is he gonna accidentally spot it? Oh my god. Stims his entire army. Oh my god. Yeah. Bit of a panic there. Just an aha moment into realizing, maybe that didn't pose quite so much of a threat. herO has expanded across his entire line here, all the way up to the northern side, not reaching out anywhere else, staying probably about as far away from Bunny as he can. Oh, the storms? Decent damage. A few more Templar coming up. hero's army kind of far out of position here. Has to come down from the north side. This Widow Mine continues to be annoying. There's nothing revealing it at the moment. More observers, or just disruptors, I guess, will be required. Blink Stalkers chasing this down. Bunny starting to bite off more than he can chew. The EMPs, but the storms will land with another one on the center mass. The upgrades right now, 1-1 against +1. Storms not doing critical damage to Bunny, but a lot of the medevacs are bruised. The units need to be healed up, and the medevacs are, well... You need to stand still for a second, guys, he's telling them. EMPs land. The disruptors are not disabled, but they are vulnerable. A shot comes out, clips a Marauder and a Marine. Not too bad so far. Another shot, fade away. Covers the retreat for herO for now. Another EMP. Storm misses the mark. Merges into an Archon. Bunny gonna chase. +2, not quite done yet. The only splash damage is Archons. EMPs will deal with it easily enough. A few Vikings already out. Colossi in production. Chasing down the Immortals. Breaking the knees and knocking them out. Triggers the barrier. Fade away. Immortal is saved by the Disruptor. It's Robo Brethren, but one of them does go down. Handful of charge lots. A large handful. A very large handful. Up towards the third, as the reinforcements for Bunny were mostly headed across the map. I believe an F2 key there a bit. As he scrambles back to defend, the sensor tower giving him a tiny bit of warning, and herO is not going to let it lie. Unfortunately, the medevac's flying over the center. A couple of them are picked up. Got to be careful about his own purification novas. Looking for another shot. Colossi starting to add more guaranteed damage in. Disruptor cleans up the mine. How many? There's only 2 disruptors on the way, but he's building 2 more. Just enough Colossi to try to discourage medevac production and encourage the Vikings. And by just enough, I mean he has 4. When did he get these? Why is your chrono boost so good? How many robos do you have? Wow, I gotta say, herO is not slacking on the chrono. 4 Colossi showing up almost... It feels like out of nowhere, but of course he's... Oh, what a flank from Bunny! But is it a flank? Who's actually in more danger? Beautiful shot! A dangerous retreat, and Bunny, a smart move, but ends up kind of backfiring as the Disruptor backfires directly into his face. The minefield, though, I don't think he's really realized how many Widow Mines. Fires a few Disruptor shots, but another mine is gonna hit. Only hits a Zealot here. The minefield, incredibly annoying to deal with. I think an Observer went down in the midst of all that. Finally cleans this up. We'll be able to expand. hero's killing at 77 probes and 200 supply. His army, though, struggling to deal with the cost-effectiveness of the better upgraded Terran for now. EMPs, Vikings, +2 attack is done, which means only a 1 upgrade advantage for Bunny at the moment, but he's got the armor upgrade completing. Of course, armor upgrades don't save you from disruptors. A factory is flying, showing you the focus on less factory-based units here. The Death Ball and Death Balls trying to make their way up. Another exploratory nova. Bunny setting up a concave. the most ambitious century in the history of StarCraft. It ends exactly how he thought it would. The Disruptor count is quite high. 2 shots, barely clips a Marauder. There's more where that came from. 6 Raptors on the field. Not a single Liberator here for Bunny. Is he really going to try to dodge all these? No Liberators. So no very direct counters to the Raptors besides just... It's a lot. There's a lot to dodge here. herO is trying to force the issue, coming in from another angle. The Disruptors can cover the retreat. Flings out a couple shots. It's a ghost. EMPs will land. Vikings finding a lot of damage, knocking over the Colossi. Disruptors a little late to the party. They slide their way past. An awkward fight. Finally, Liberators in production. This army just isn't that great outside of the Raptors for herO. That is the issue he's facing. But if he can land a couple good hits, the gateway units can do the rest. Liberators, sometimes tanks, but usually Liberators are needed to zone this out. The Vikings finding a lot here. A bit of a base trade. EMP lands, no storm. herO may press the issue. He can recall the army back, but the 5th base is gone. Bunny on the retreat. Storm hits all of the Vikings. A great historical counter. Archon's on the way. May just have to land the Vikings. 1 base down. Not a critical one. This base was pretty important for Bunny, who just lost another full medevac as well. The Liberators will try to backstop at the natural. Recall to the natural of herO. The army backs off, and who got the better end of this exchange? I mean, on paper it's herO, but he did lose a lot of key units. Bunny, on the other hand, he can survive with a few less workers. The Disruptors are required, caught between a rock and a hard place. Down goes 1 Colossus. The Purification Nova across the grate in the center, which we rarely see. Factory goes down, amusingly, at this stage. There's a Widow Mine at the Watchtower, but it doesn't actually give vision from there. herO sharking in again, but the army supplies are close to even, and the upgrade to make it a lot closer. The splash damage is everything, but the Liberators are zoning. Oh, Stalkers just forcing their way forward. Another couple Disruptor shots cover. Disruptor's looking for an opportunity. Another shot. Bunny, not much micro there, but chases the rest down. herO is leveraging his economy right now. That's the issue. Bunny doesn't have much to speak of. herO is just whittling him down. He's not, he's just grinding him, which is a weird way to end that, but 2 Gs, and Bunny has to tap it out as herO, despite a different method of map control than Protoss versus Zerg, showing that the Protoss can kind of dictate the pace of things instead of just sitting back. Bunny never really had much of an opportunity, even from the very start. Like, that gateway placement, a bit disgusting. The thing is, it's not like he was relying on that. It wasn't some sort of all-in or cheese. He was just trying to take the initiative and keep it. And it's working out. A solid game from herO, but I don't think Bunny is out of it yet. Bunny definitely difficult prey. So this is not a stomp. herO just a little bit too far ahead and able to trade too well. I think if Bunny had opted for the Liberators a little quicker, honestly caught a couple rough breaks with his air units early as well. I wonder what herO's more, assuming he has a more standard plan. Assuming he has like a 1-gate expand. What does it look like? Are we just going to go blink in the 3 base? Are we going to follow that more standard trend? Or are we going to find ourselves with something a little more out of the box? I don't think herO's really doing anything revolutionary. It's just he's adding a twist to it, a decisive some decisive tech switches. Like when he decides on a tech path, he goes down that path. He takes a turn and goes down that road. He doesn't start adding units in. He's like, storm. Now it's storm. We're doing the storm thing. And then colossi, disruptors. Just a punctuation mark on the end of each tech switch. A lot of Protoss will start like they'll add in a disruptor or a colossus, but they won't really commit as much. I do like that. That's the hallmark of those decisive Protoss of the past. Like, let me bring you back to MC, or Parting, or SOS, where they don't second guess what they're doing. They just trust that their decisions are correct and stand by them. And sometimes that ends poorly, but more than enough it didn't. I remember the Soul Train build, Parting's Immortal Sentry push, that for some reason Parting just did better. And when asked, it's called the Soul Train because when asked, Parting said it's because he pours so much soul into his builds. I wonder if he was thinking about the pun of it also being called Seoul, like Korea, but knowing Parting, probably not. But for some reason, he was just able, because he just knew that killer instinct, which I'm seeing a lot of in herO right now. Understanding when to move forward and when to back off. And he's staying out on the map a lot more than a lot of Protoss. Like, with Protoss, it oftentimes feels like either you're attacking or defending. There's not too much opportunity to be, like, moving around the middle of the map. That's a Terran's job, right? But he's competing for the map because he's able to get all these units out in a timely manner. And that is super interesting. He's blocking Hellions, yes, but he just hard rolls off. There's no way he finishes that gate, right? That is a hard wall. Yeah, that's a placeholder to block the Hellion scout, right? Or is this... Oh, I just complimented him on being decisive. There's a few things more decisive than hardwalling your natural. So... I'll give him that. He's not sitting anywhere, a Reaper or something. No. Oh, well, never mind. Wow, this is beautifully handled. And he blinks out of the where did the medevac go? He killed it. I didn't even realize. What? I don't even understand what just happened. He lost only 3 probes, and he stopped the entire attack, including the medevac. Okay. So, I mean, he didn't need the wall. He wanted him to come in. Okay, so just play like herO. And now, of course, the threat of Blink Stalkers is very significant. There's not that many units. There's only 1 tank. This has killing potential, these Blink Stalkers. And he's in the main. Like, just get the refinery. That's one way to stop gas mining. I mean... Yeah, 1 tank. He's not actually going for the units here. He blinks out. Meanwhile, auto turret, recall. A little late to stop the Raven. So, he killed 2 refineries, which is... Check that one off your bingo card, I guess. That probably could have gotten more done if he really felt the need, but he does have a 3rd already. Is it done? Pretty much. Microing against some SCVs. Gets out with his Ghetto Blank Prism. Wow. Templar Archives immediately. Bunny looking at his Raven. Does he even have charge? He hasn't even started charge. Just, I imagine this is straight to Storm. Because otherwise you'd definitely be going charge. Gets a tank. He's toying with him right now. Blinks down. Loses 2 probes, but it's about as little damage as ever could have been done. Okay, I think he's about to realize he doesn't have charge. Yeah, oops. I think that's definitely an oops. Meanwhile, medevac in the main. The revolving door continues. Oh, the Templar targeted down. herO slipping a bit here. Honestly, some questionable decisions. He actually warps in more Templar. But doesn't have enough gas for Storm right now. Yeah, starts it out. Which... So, a bit of an awkward, meandering path here. But it's not like he's about to die. I think he did lose a little bit of the lead he scratched out from the early game. But, okay, yeah, there's no way. This is totally a mistake. He definitely forgot charge. Like, there's no... Yeah. Those are not supposed to be slow zealots. Yeah, there we go. He's mortal! He's one of us! Good to know. Thankfully, he has less than mortals already on the field. Ghosts in production for Bunny. Definitely not slacking in the tech production. An observer or a stalker died there? Stalker. I guess he was scouting with it. Enhanced shockwaves. EMP radius on the way. herO this time. Wow. Look at that mini-map. Spreading out his units. Just trying to keep an eye on everything. Doesn't have the robo time for more observers. Here's the risk of the Reaper wall. Oh no! That's the only pylon power in charge! Uh-oh. If he loses the Twilight before charge is done, and he's chronoing it, so that kind of gives it away here. He does have Storm, yeah. But he's like, uh-oh. Gets the Cyber Core as well, so quite an awkward exchange here. A bit of a liability out there. And Bunny handling himself quite well. Nice amount of SCVs. 4 bases. He's got the upgrades. herO has 0-0. Just starting, not just starting, but finishing up +1. Is there an armory for Bunny? Yes. 2-2 begins. +2 attack, sorry. And he's going up to racks 6, 7, and 8. The Octo-Rex mass unit style. 2 more forges for herO as well. Can't be slacking on those upgrades. He's already done enough of that so far this game. Scan. Don't know if there was an observer spotted or if he's just checking. I think just checking. Can't be too careful. Literally, though, that's not sarcasm. I may be sarcastic sometimes, believe it or not. I'm well known as a unsarc. Moving on. Storm's attempting the chase, but EMP's good. One Storm kind of finds the mark, but I don't know how many Templar are left over. Where's the actual army? Yeah. Well, that's definitely a select all army key. Everyone! Everyone! Ooh. Down goes the Prism. But, oh, EMP. Beautiful. Finds the mark. More Templar are wandering their way up. There's no detection here. We can hold him in place for a couple more Widowmine hits, but that's a long way off. Meanwhile, dropping the natural. Targeting. Oh, no! Oh, no!
Who does that?
What a pylon! 5 gateways to the forge! Down immediately! A huge chunk of the production and upgrades. Targets and kills the forge, upgrading +2. A body blow to herO here, but Bunny retreating. Storms continue. That was it. That was the last of the storms. There are no more storms, but can he actually... Where are his units? Where are your units, buddy? He's in the main. The Raven still on the other side of the map. Widow Mines catch the Templar on the way across. herO doesn't have any more reliable splash damage. The Widow Mine field is still intact as there were no observers with the army. Oh no, the Templar just dies. Bunny holding on for now. Oh god, the Widow Mines. Oh, they're the worst. Oh my god. There's another one. Oh, Bunny. Bunny, you gotta look at this one. You gotta micro it against the Templar. He didn't... Oh, incredibly lucky for herO that Buddy didn't retarget that onto the Templar. The Widow Mines continuing to take chunks. Oh no. Another one. He gets it on. This one he hits the Prism with. Oh no! No! Oh, and he kills the Templar Prism! The gift that keeps on giving. Bunny, a Minecraft enthusiast. Where are the observers? At this point, you gotta just storm the mine. Oh, that's a beautiful storm. Oh my god. That's a lot of damage. EMP. God, the Prism going down at the Templar is kind of a huge mistake. The Storms are doing a lot here, but the Great Flank... There's not that many bio units. It's 2-2, 3 upgrade advantage. If he can just find a place to stand. EMP, this is it. This is the fight. You gotta go. EMP across the board. No more splash damage. Vikings might hit the deck. herO can't win this fight unless he gets a lot of reinforcements. He doesn't want to risk the Vikings on deck. There's just not that much bio. He landed all the EMPs, but Bunny doesn't have enough units to close the distance. And now 2 Colossi. Probably a good thing. Too many Terran players, including myself, obviously, would have landed the Vikings and then been left with no Vikings as the inevitable Colossi come stomping out. The economies are huge right now. Neither player has been able to really bite into the opponent's economy very much at all. 92 probes against 80 SCVs. The minefield spreads out again. Upgrade slowly catching up here, but herO has been stalled out so many times. He's only got 1-1-1. And also hilarious, he has all 3. But meanwhile, a nuke and a fusion core for advanced ballistics, I'm sure, but another Widow Mine connects, constantly taking bites. The overlapping sensor towers, the Venn diagram of sensation here, and a sensational choice from Bunny. Just making sure he's realizing that herO's making mistakes this game. He's slipping, and Bunny definitely, even last game, had a good opportunity to close the distance and actually kill him. He just never had quite enough units. Right now, though, he does. The upgrades are good. The medevacs hold the line. The Archons without shields and the Vikings on deck. Bunny cleans the field. Bunny wins the fight. He's a long way from taking the war, but that was a decisive battle where finally the bio units and the upgrades kick in. And they kick herO out. herO now, something that ignores upgrades. Ruptors being added in. Ruptors, also your detection for the Widow Mines, if you would. Liberators, though, with advanced ballistics in production. That Liberator range, a huge deal. 1, for potentially denying bases, and 2, for fighting against the Ruptors. Is there a Dark Shrine? No. No late-game DT Blink right now. Setting up defenses on the right flank. A triple drop. I think it was spotted somehow. But not quite actively enough to drop. Not retargeted. Shield battery overcharge immediately. Units coming down. There's no storm, but there are feedbacks. Nuclear missile! Launched into the 4th. Attack on the 3rd. Disruptor micros back. Only hits 1 ghost. Widow Mines return fire. The nuke is not hitting the probes. It's not as exciting as I hope, but the nuke will land. Ghost. The Disruptor could target it. Ghost getting damaged and more shots coming out. Stalker warping. Things are escalating. The Ghost is still alive. It's desperate. Kill me! Kill! Someone kill me! Ah! herO just trying to get across the map. A Disruptor shot splits the blue sea. mostly negated there by Bunny. EMPs blunked out of. All the bases taken. The map getting quite cramped right now. Disruptor going to be caught as the Bio Army, able to slow it down. herO sharks around. He actually recalls back with an awkward amount of units, leaving the rest kind of stranded, or are they? As a Disruptor shot takes out a meaty chunk. Ranged Liberators denying the edges of these bases, as predicted. Another nuclear missile. This Ghost is still intact, though it has no energy. Another Ghost is queued up. Definitely looking for a nuclear option, though about to wander into the army, unless herO moves out of position. Very kind of him. Another shot. You go. Where are you gonna go? A nuke launches into the sky. herO sees it, I think, immediately. In fact, a Disruptor is sauntering in. Where's the detection? The nuke flies off into the sunset. I think it should just land in a random location on either side of the map. But I digress. Another nuke on the way. 3 CCs. The Disruptors, the Danger Balls, both sides maxed out. Insanely dangerous armies. Both entirely capable of killing each other within a few seconds if mistakes are made, or even if they aren't. EMPs land across the bow. Stalkers in an awkward position. Disruptors. Recall is on cooldown, by the way. More EMPs. Go zoned out. Reinforcements coming down the ramp. herO kind of boxed in right now. The Liberator is closing, and the Stalkers, not that much anti-air here. Zoning the Bio Army. The Planetary Fortress is adding some of its own damage, and in the Disruptors, he doesn't have a high enough number, and he can't risk it. There's more bases over here. Fadeaway shot. Beautiful split at the last second from Bunny. Liberators wandering over. One is gunned down. 2 command centers vulnerable. Bio Army from the north side. It's like a campaign mission, and I'm not sure which player is the player. Wait a second, that I just described PvP. Another beautiful split. Disruptors, another shot. 1 Ghost is all there is. But not enough bio left over to fight the Stalkers. High ground Liberator just decides to cancel the command centers. He doesn't really have the money, and there's not that many bases left to mine from. Who wins this fight? 98 front. The Widow Mines get a Disruptor and take another chunk. They draw things closer to even. herO's actually lost slightly more resources, but he is mining slightly more comfortably, though it's hard to decide exactly who's ahead right now. herO with 98 probes can only have about 100 army supply. Another nuke flies out over to the right flank. There are no probes here. I'm not sure. I think the Ghost was denying this. He's come all the way back around. The world tour. EMP lands. Disruptor trades out. SCV's feeling abandoned. The orbital needs to be targeted. Where are the Liberators? The nuke does land. Nothing there. 13 SCVs down. 68 to go. And that was kind of an important base. Bunny finally getting one shaved off. A Liberator still denying a few mineral patches in that one incredibly hard to hit location. Stalkers blink forward. Disruptor shot. Looking for the center mass. More Ruptors. The Liberators have no cover. Big hit. Stalkers coming in, the armory vulnerable, reinforcing Zealots, but the Disruptors are targeted before they can show up. Are there enough bio units coming out of the barracks? A Colossus is showing up to the party. The bunker is still intact. Thank you for not salvaging it, buddy. So many people salvage it. Another Liberator down the ramp. Colossi here. Needs something to deal with it more directly. Widowmine's being dropped behind the lines. He's bringing him back from the middle of the field. Bunny down to 120 supply, but herO doesn't have enough units to press the issue all the way into the production. Everybody calm down. herO finding what is this? Here trying to slip and slide his way into every location possible. Liberators will zone for now. More coming out. Stalkers get around the back. Needs cover from the bio. The Colossi zoning the Marines. Marauders able to take the hits. Blunks forward. herO smells blood in the water. The Zealots are kind of stuck behind, but Bunny is running out of units. Liberator targeted down a Colossus. More medevacs. EMP strips the HP, effective HP in half. A Disruptor wanders up. There is a Prism to continue adding. Bunny slowly but surely losing momentum here. Another EMP. Disruptor shot. Doesn't really find anything. Easily predicted and dealt with, but another Ruptor. Another shot. Target fire. Knocks it down. More Stalkers. Where do they come from? At the front. EMP. Colossus on the back lines. Bunny dipping in supply. Doesn't have the critical mass of bio he needs. herO has slowly drawn the upgrades closer to even. And Bunny, incredible battle. But herO grinds through. He's on the ropes, Bunny is. Back into his main, he's still mining relatively high amounts of minerals and gas, but he can't really use it. And now coming down a ramp, it looks like herO's done it. He's maxed out. He's expanded everywhere but where that Liberator is, which is still going, by the way. herO with 107 probes, which might be a bit high. And the only reason Buddy is able to compete with these armies right now. He's killing his own zealots, which, like, maybe there's another scapegoat here you could use. Trying to zone out. The last gasp. He gets one Disruptor. The Colossus. The Planetary goes down. Bunny's economy is in shambles right now. He's got the two bases on the right side isolated. herO continues. He killed a bunch of his own probes. I assume somewhere. As he's down to 97 of them. I mean, no, wait. No, that was the army supply. I'm so used to it being the other way. Anyways. Disruptors. Incredible flank from Bunny. But does he have enough to deal with the gateway units? Oh, it's not enough. He doesn't have the economy. What a roller coaster. A tug of war, I guess, is a little more accurate. But herO once again not playing this death ball style. I guess kind of a death ball style, but such an active presence on the map. And herO, and it's not over. This is a best-of-5. But Bunny once again puts up an incredible fight. But it's not enough. He's got, well, another try. Some just straight up great games. I hope you guys are enjoying. herO, I think, has made it to, yeah. herO is, I've watched a couple series now. This is the first real PvT recently. Alright. He's my favorite Protoss right now. Zest is always my favorite, but for other reasons. But as a Protoss player, herO has claimed it. He's also the #1 Protoss, but that is usually unrelated. I love the style he's playing. Like, he's showing he's not reliant on the Disruptor hits. He's not reliant on any particular thing working. It's a brawler style where you're kind of just taking them to the mat. I'm going to stretch the very edge of my very limited analogies here, by the way. And it's going to sound weird either way. He's taking them to the mat and choking him out. And Bunny, he's fighting back. He's rolling around, whatever it is they do. But he's launching nukes. But isn't quite able to find the decisive fight that'll allow him to turn the tables. Like, he had a lot of great battles, but it always seemed like there was just barely enough out of herO, either on defense or offense. Ah, yes, back to basics. Here we go again. Is this another one of those, like hidden in plain sight locations that's disgustingly effective at hiding your gateway? Or is this a Stargate? Or is it a robo? Well, it's not a gateway. It's a Stargate. Hashtag GateGate. Oracles? Oracle? Hmm? And he's already expanding behind, by the way. Like, this is just, he's building his Stargate, like he normally would. It's just halfway across the map. So, it is for a tempo advantage. And I don't mean the best rapper. But instead, to be able to get in just those few seconds before you'd normally expect it. Which can make all the difference. Like, if you just kill all the Marines. Or if there's just no anti-air. Oh, God. Oh, no, he's going Reactor Hellion. Wait. Oh, no. It's a disaster! And Buddy doesn't know. Does he just lose? Is the game, like... Is this how this ends? And if this Oracle had come from the main, those Widow Mines might be done. Like another 10, 15 seconds? Oh, no. Like, honestly, at this point, herO thinks there might be a mine. That's why he's being so careful. But, okay, so it doesn't just end. Does he fly into... Oh my God. Ugh. There is no mine, Neo, said the Oracle. Well, that could have been worse. He had to have known it was there. He obviously skirted it. But, I was expecting that to end like every close Oracle harass does, which is just barely wandering into a mine. Now, for some of the least synergy in all of StarCraft, we have Phoenixes, which can pick units up, and Oracles, which can only shoot ground units. So, oil and water. Well, this didn't end the game. I thought the Hellions actually saw the Oracle, at least one of them did, as it came in, which gave Bunny the time to run his SCVs away. And I think that Hellion, despite not helping to counter the Oracle, saved him from taking game-ending damage. God, hero's so... Like, is it greedy if it's safe and works every time, though? In that case, it's just standard. It's like when I call in to whatever annoying company claims that they're trying to help me. And they're like, we're experiencing a high volume of calls right now. It's like, well, if you're always experiencing a high volume of calls, is that not a normal volume of calls? To which I say, is that not a normal timing for a Nexus? We're just going to get that. No matter what, Nexus 4 minutes. What are you going to do about it, Terrence? And so far, the answer is not very much. Stop right there. The lava beetle. Staring him down. Well, he did find the Stargate, so... Okay. This is not a bad army out of Bunny here. I'm surprised he didn't bring any SC... Yeah, never mind. The Tactiboys. Blink is a long way off. There's 3 gateways. That's the only production. It's shield batteries. And Oracle died after that revelation. I'm not sure what killed it, but he's gonna try to bait out the mines with the depth shades here. Now you gotta be a... Oh, come on, you gotta see that. You can't do that. He sees it, right? Oh no. Oh, after the first 2 games being so good. Oh, this is a disaster. This is just, it's just not going his way. Oh. God, that hurts. Because the blink is coming. Like, he's chronoing blink. He's getting +1. Every second, it makes it a lot easier. Every second is closer to another warp-in. Closer to blink being done. Oracle just kind of dies. Picks up all the Cyclones, which... maybe a bit questionable. Without blink done, the Vikings and Cyclones are a surprisingly strong anti-Stalker army. Shield battery overcharge is used. Now, yeah, this is not your typical composition. I don't know if he's overstaying his welcome. Here just takes a fourth because that's how herO do. Well, the Vikings are ripping through this. He's playing kind of a bio-curious style right now. He's going bio, but every unit he has really is mech at the moment. That isn't atypical. Those Vikings with their extra damage to mechanical are doing incredible against the Stalkers. Eventually this gets cleaned up, but honestly, quite a painful cleanup there for herO. Probably a little more painful than it needed to be. Unfortunately for Bunny, though, he doesn't really have any units, which is oftentimes considered to be not great. Alright, second tank does finish, but the Stalker's already so bruised, and he's taking a fourth anyway, so... It does look like Bunny he got his minerals worth there with the attack. The alternate mech build that Stalker Viking is, or I mean Cyclone Viking is, ending up as a decent counter and doing a surprising amount of early game damage. Problem is, it did significantly delay the transition into a more standard bio army. That critical mass of Marines and Marauders that prevents things like charge lots from doing critical damage. I say that because there's a bunch of charge lots, and they're very likely... Yeah, no, that's way too many. That's way too many charge lots. Oh my. Oh, he's dead. I gotta say, yeah, Bunny played an incredible series. Bunny, I'm gonna be keeping an eye out. Both these players I haven't casted nearly enough of. They haven't been in that much stuff. But we gotta watch some more Bunny. herO, obviously, but Bunny did impress me, despite, though this is not a 3-0. Like, this did not feel like a 3-0. It's going to end up as one, because herO, clearly the better player and decisively the better player. Are we not dead yet? He lived. Much credit to him. I was doing the outro commentary, but we have to watch him slowly grind his way out against charge lots and Stalkers, and then eventually lose anyways, because his economy's horrible and his upgrades are not overwhelming like they were the other games. Anyways, the Stalkers blink in. The medevac's low on energy. There's nowhere else to run. The boys are pulled. Bunny Holmes. We'll edit that other part out. The orbital tries to land, which was very optimistic. Bunny's still on just +1 with no more upgrades on the way. He's got to do something. The charge lots coming forward. Guardian shield. Zealots across the battle lines. And there it is. 2 Gs. Oh, this was one of my favorite series. Especially a favorite 3-0, but one of my favorite series in a bit. I don't know how long. I try to always show good games, but I came in not sure what to expect, but I come out looking for more. So, thank you to the players, of course, Into the Clan, the Korean community, and Alpha X for these matches. And also, by the way, can we get some support for my favorite part of that was the player mini-map cameras. Makes it a lot easier for me to tell where there's going to be a fight and stuff. Anyways, Don't worry about that. I love the mini-map cameras. But also, great games. So, I hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. See you next time. Thank you for watching. Good luck. Have fun. Stay chill.